Today, we're going to be taking a look at some non-adjacent angles, and in particular, vertical angles. So let's look at angles that are not right next to each other. That's what non-adjacent means. Vertical angles are a pair of angles formed by two intersecting lines that are opposite each other. In this diagram, we have vertical angles A and B. Notice they are opposite each other when these two lines are crossing. We also have vertical angles C and D. Those are opposite each other when those two lines are crossing. If we know the measure of one of the angles when two lines are crossing, let's see if we can find the measure of the angle that's vertical to it. So let's say this angle here on the left is 30 degrees. If it's 30 degrees, that means this angle on top, notice that it forms a straight line, so it must be 180 minus 30 degrees. This is 150 degrees. Okay, something that's really, really cool about this, you're going to notice, again, we have another straight line here. So that means that this angle and this angle also add up to 180. So if I wanted to find the angle on the right, I can do 180 minus 150. And again, I'm going to get that this is 30 degrees. Notice that these vertical angles have the exact same measure. They're both 30 degrees. Okay, let's look at the other pair of vertical angles here. Let's going to call this top one X and the bottom one Y. One thing that is true here is X and this angle, I'll call this Z, X and Z add up to 180 degrees because again, notice they form a straight line. That means that if I wanted to figure out what X is, I could do 180 minus Z. All right, interestingly enough, I can form this straight line here, and I know that also y plus z equals 180. So I could say that y equals 180 minus z. Notice that x and y are the exact same thing here. That means that x equals y. What I want you to notice is that vertical angles are always congruent.
That's true!
Okay, so if you were asked what are vertical angles, you would want to say a pair of angles across from one another where two lines cross, something to that effect. And what is true about the measure of vertical angles? The measure of angles that are vertical are always the same. So today's goals, I can find the measures of vertical angles and I explain what vertical angles are in my own words. Nailed it!